Alright, opponent has died. Opponent has officially died. They can't Ember Cleave, they're top decking, they have nothing. What's up, Jamers? It's the One Jame, and we're back with Red-Black Midrange in Explorer. Again, this is more closely built towards the Pioneer version, so if you're looking at Pioneer, trade out a Damping Sphere for the Abrade in the sideboard, because Mono Green exists because of Nykthos in Pioneer. There's no Nykthos here in Explorer, so that is Abrade instead. This is more built around what I would play in Pioneer, because we do have these epic downfalls here to deal with cards like Old Growth Troll and Cavalier of Thorns, but it also does a good job of dealing with permanents that we can't really deal with all the time, like Korvold. Also kills, let's say, it also 1-for-1 kind of a Graveyard Trespasser post board in the Red-Black mirror match. But this has a 1 Kalitas and 1 Kalitas sideboard, and also has a Count Dracula here, Sword in the Mirthless in the main deck. Really good in the mirror. Good when you're ahead, a little bit worse when you're behind, but it also provides a 2/3 flying lifelinker, which is needed in some matchups, especially the sacrifice matchup. Sticking with Murderous Rider here, I level 1 of Murderous Rider in this deck. It got me to a regional championship qualifier top 8, so I'm going to keep it in the deck for now. 1 of Kolaghan's Command and a 1 of Tenacious Underdog to provide another 2-mana threat against control decks, and also it keeps coming back against the mirror. Can be really annoying. Anyways, we have Bloodchief's Thirst, 1 Kroxa, 4 Fatal Push, 4 Thoughtseize as usual. Couple Chandras here. Our sideboard's a little bit different, like I said before, but we do still have a Meathook Massacre like we were playing before. 2 Invoke Despairs for the mirror match. Kalitas, Extinction Event, Abrade, 2 Epic Downfalls, 2 Go Blanks, 1 Unlicensed Hearse, a Lava Coil, a Noxious Grasp, a Legion's End, and a Duress. Anyways, we changed up the mana base a tad. We took out a Mountain for a Shadow Skull Smashing. We would have Urborg in this deck in place of one of the Castle Locthwains, but there's no Urborg, so it is a Castle Locthwain. Anyways, let's go ahead and get in some matches. Hopefully you enjoy the video. About 70% of you are not subscribed, so make sure to click that subscribe button if you want to see more Explorer Best of 3 content from me. And also, click that like button to help this video reach more people. Thanks for doing that. Anyways, let's get into the matches, and it all starts right now. This is a very bad hand, but on the play, I think it's a keep. On the draw, this is a snap mulligan. I think I'm going to set up my lands like so. Like so. Tap Sacred Foundry. Heartless Act's really freaking good. That draw is like really good. Wow. But what a draw. Not against that. Holy freaking crap. Alright, we found our worst matchup. Interesting. Wow. Magic Turtle, thanks for the follow. What could they possibly have up there? What? Oh, I get it. I get it. It's Mardu Greasefang. I cannot answer this Hollow Blade. I don't have black mana, so what are they going to do? Like, stomp me? I'm going to play this out because I have an easy 5-mana play next turn. If I don't cast this, I'm like never casting it. Plus, they don't have a black mana, so they can't Vanishing Verse it yet. Just my luck, they're going to top deck black mana and Vanishing Versa on the spot, but hey, here we are. Hey, let's go. Can't out of Kalitas. You actually live in a town called Jamestown, so I have to follow. Oh my gosh, of course. It's just like it's meant to be, Magic Turtle. Alright, so this is a little bit awkward. I mean, Legion's End's really good against the Hollow Blade. Abrade's really good, especially since it's instant speed removal. Unlicensed Hearse, really good. Meathook Massacre does also deal with a Hollow Blade. Kalitas is like whatever. It's like pretty slow, right? Extinction Event deals with the Greasefang after it happens. Doesn't deal with the 4/4, so honestly I think that's pretty bad. Go Blank's pretty good. Noxious Grasp kills Greasefang. Duress is pretty bad. Kroxa is pretty bad. Just basically everything that discards their cards for no reason is pretty bad. Bloodchief's Thirst pretty bad. Fatal Push is needed. Not necessarily good, but needed. Kolaghan's Command's pretty okay. Graveyard Trespasser's okay. Murderous Rider's okay. Bonecrusher Giant's pretty bad because all their stuff has 3 toughness or indestructible. So I think I'm going to go with this for the 60. That's a keep. We kind of lucked out on the opponent not having black mana last game, but this game we probably win. Unless we don't draw a way to trigger revolts soon. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize, just in case we do draw. We're gonna Thoughtseize now, just in case we draw exactly Bloodtithe Harvester next turn. Ooh, Hazoret's a good kill. Hazoret is a good kill. It looks like they boarded into just being a mid-range deck. Fine with me. One of the people that I talked to about this format was telling me about this Hazoret deck. Hazoret Greasefang, because it boards into more of like a mid-range game plan anyway. Go ahead and make them Vanishing versus Graveyard Trespasser, because like, you know. What are they gonna do? Use Vanishing Verse, discarding literally a ship, and then the other card in hand being Greasefang? Hopefully not. That would suck. They did not choose. They chose not to Vanishing Verse. Fair, because they might want to use Graveyard Trespasser as a discard outlet. Or they just wanted to rip apart. That's fine too. For land, let's see if they hit that land drop. It hit the land drop. Interesting they chose to do it like this, because they could have shocked this and then rip aparted here and then still hold up Vanishing Verse. But I think they massively misplayed. I mean, I guess they can just Fatal Push, but I think they'd much rather Vanishing Verse my Fable than Mirror Breaker. Let's make them do it. I'm going to play this untapped because there's a very small chance that they kill my 2/2 and cast Greasefang and discard a card, so I'm going to make sure I don't lose to that. What's up, Caption? Am I Legion's ending this, or am I Fatal pushing this? I think I'm pushing this because I want to save Legion's End for the card that I actually can't kill. Maybe I should have kept Fatal Push, though, because Fatal Push actually deals with Greasefang. I guess so does Murderous Rider anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Holding up Vanishing Verse, giving me the discard is a little bit interesting. Alright, so we have the Noxious Grasp. So honestly, I'm probably just attacking with Den. It's like, what are they going to do? Vanishing Verse my Den over Vanishing Versing Fable? I'd rather keep Fable than Den, I think. But the problem with that is, if they use this blood to discard a ship and then draw Greasefang, I lose. I think I'm chilling. If they verse this, I'm still fine. I'm fine with it. That just means they're not versing, like, an actual, like, Planeswalker or a big threat. I mean, Fable is a big threat, don't get me wrong. But it does mean that that the Fable got the 2-for-1. If this is a ship in hand and then they draw Greasefang, I'm a genius. I kept my interaction up. Let's freaking go! Not attacking with Den there. Viable strategy. Fable's a little bit annoying. I think I'm gonna Murderous Rider this, because I'm gonna hold up Noxious Grasp with the Murderous Rider and get my 2/3 lifelinker in. Oh, you know what? I could just get my Graveyard Trespasser. That seems much better. Now that I drew this, I want to draw the Graveyard Trespasser so I can get rid of that Parhelion. Draw 2 lands, draw Greasefang. Do they draw the Greasefang? Do not draw the... They might have drawn a Greasefang. They did not draw Greasefang. That means we get to utilize our Graveyard Trespasser. I think I'm just going to cast this now. It does turn it back to daytime, but it does kill the 2/2 as well. And it's going to be really hard for them on 2 cards to actually combo me here. Please don't cast Hazoret. They good gamed me? Alright. Deal. We take those! Let's see. What? I'm gonna mulligan this. I would keep that on the draw, though. Let's see. Underdog was a really fantastic draw here. Just like anything to pressure a blue-black control deck. Bot Erasure? Excuse me? Are we in 2019 or is this 2022? Oh, it's Grixis. Well, well, well. Am I trading? I actually don't think I'm trading. What is this? A charm? Rider discard Kroxa is really strong. Hopefully I can kill him before that matters. Second with this does nothing. Hey guys, I bought lands in Arena store for $37.50 gold, and they're not in my collection. I would choose to log out and log back in. Alright, could be just styles and not the actual lands themselves. Well, that trade's good for me. Nicol Bolas Dragon God. Excuse me?
from existence.
They don't have time to activate Deluge. That was a really good draw. Wow. Greed Lords.
Today's my lucky day.
What am I doing? Chandra minus than Thoughtseize Deluge? Honestly, I think I Chandra plus.
When people oh, this is gonna hurt.
Because, like, sure, they can Chandra minus. They drew Shark Typhoon for turn. They didn't discard Deluge?
Yup.
Oh, wow, that Bonecrusher was really strong. That way they can Bonecrusher Giant and then cast Bonecrusher Giant and then minus Chandra next turn. Alright, that was a really strong draw. Alright, I'm gonna Thoughtseize them. Am I doing that? Nope. I think I'm just taking the minus here. And just hope they don't have Fatal Push in hand.
Stop, drop, and roll won't help you, buddy.
Let's go. Alright, so mid-range pile with big, dumb, freaking... Mid-range pile with expensive spells. So, Greed Lord. We have to beat Greed Lord Grixis? Greed sis, yeah, exactly. Since you're Jame and these are your viewers and watchers, I'm going to refer to you all as the collective Mr. Jamin Watch. Oh my gosh, yes! Oh my gosh, wait, that's our next shirt. That's our next shirt. All right, you see this sub goal? If we get to 100 this month, we have like what? 20 days to do it. If we can get to 100 this month, we're making a Word Jaming t-shirt. But we're doing a subathon. Okay, we're doing a subathon on Sunday. On the 14th for my birthday on the 13th and my 2-year anniversary on the 20th. If we get to 200 subs, we're going to do Mr. Jamin Watch t-shirts. That's genius. So those of you wondering why I kept this hand is because they're a Thoughtseize deck. Salty111, thanks for the follow. You are good this bites. Put some black because with Invoke Despair in our deck, I want to prioritize black mana. They're missing a land drop, which is why they're cycling this. While their mana is so bad. Alright, if we draw Invoke Despair, we're broken. Discard double Kroxa from Fable. Well then. Well then. Wow. What? Okay, it did not show their Kroxas at one. It did not. I repeat, it did not show their Kroxas just now. I had to go back and do it again. Deluge. Alright, go blank. Where are you at? Oh yeah, it's in my grave. No, come on, stop messing with my hand. Wow, they took my Sorin and not my Bonecrusher Giant. Oh yes, Invoke Despair. Call upon the Invoked Lords. Not even casting it. Please don't cast Chandra. Actually, no, I'm fine with the cast Chandra. No Spell Pierce? No Spell Pierce? Ooh. Going to one. All right, so they're almost dead. Stop hitting my hand! God. We don't win yet. They have this. Down to one. Dead. We're gonna be doing giveaways. We have a lot of giveaway stuff. We have packages of dice from Ultra Pro. We have these cool metal dice. We have stickers. Whoops. We have pins. We have way more than that. We have life trackers. We have big dice kits. We have a really cool Riveteers pin that we got from Wizards that you could have. We also have this huge dice thing, the green dice from Ultra Pro, if you can see this here, that we have for Sunday. I will be giving away this purple black deck box, Alcove Flip deck box from Ultra Pro. I'll be giving away another deck box from Ultra Pro. A lot of goodies to give away. I will be also giving away the black playmat that looks like this. Very nice, very nice. I'll also be giving away a small binder. I'll also be giving away a big binder. So feel free to stick around for all the giveaways for our subathon. It is going to be a blast. Ah. Aha, ha. Ah. Aha, ha. Ah. Ah, ha, ha, ha. These giveaways are way better than bathwater. I've been in the wrong circles. Oh my gosh, I know. Burning tree. Burning tree again. Burning tree again. Ha, 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 ha. Kind of happy they got rid of that, to be honest. Rubber is super annoying. At least we have some good cards here. Yes, new Fade Sunny Buzzkill. Thanks for telling me I'm looking sharp. I need that every once in a while. Someone to buff me up, you know what I mean? Alright, we Fatal Push now so they can't Ember Cleave us. Alright, opponent has died. Opponent has officially died. They can't Ember Cleave, they're top decking, they have nothing. We are going to Cast Kroxa next turn. We are living it up. They cast Anax, we cast Kroxa. We get rid of their Embercleave. They scoop. Alright, Lava Coil, Abrade, Meat Hook, Kalitas, Extinction Event, Legion's End, Epic Downfall, just in case they have Anax and Torbrand. We take out Thoughtseize. We take out Kroxa. We take out a couple Fables. We take out... that's it. That is all. Looking keep to me. No Fatal Push, but we have a lot of lifelink here. There's our Fatal Push. They have nothing here? They have like just an Anax? What could their hand look like? I'm gonna do this, discarding Fable, try to hit my land drop. Hit my land drop. Now we're gonna Fatal Push this. Am I thirsting a 1/1? They cast Torbrand, I want to thirst a 1/1. I guess it makes them use their mana. Alright. Rampaging Ferocipal. Oh. Hard. These are John Avon lands. I think I'm killing the Ferocidon? You always hated thirsting a 3-drop? Me too, but that card's insane. Honestly, we could race them. Really, boy. They're playing like way off curve. It's weird that I could race mono red, but like they didn't do anything for the first 2 turns of the game. Now I get a really freaking easy block with Murderous Rider. What's up, Ren? Like, what could they possibly have in hand? Chandra's defeat their own card. How goes the games? Very well, thank you. Moving on up to Diamond 3. Wow. Okay, then. Deal? Vote Despair, even though they are an aggro deck, is really good because they have God's Willing, and God's Willing doesn't protect against that. Extinction Event. Noxious Grass, Legion's End. I think I want to keep Thoughtseize in because they could have a 2-mana threat. Trespasser's pretty bad here. Trespasser's pretty bad. I can utilize Fable to try to look for threats. Kroxa's probably bad. Underdog's probably just a chump blocker. This is probably bad. Usually Soren's probably bad when you're probably going to be behind in the game. Keep this. Do they play Arcanist? I think they do, actually. I'm going to take the Virtuoso and just try to, like, burn them out of creatures. Shadow Skull's still my 24th land. But it could be 25th. They could Defiance Strike plus Homestead here, and I'm okay with that. They did not Homestead. Favorite Hoplite. I have to kill this. Top Light prevents damage, and Lava Coil is my only removal spell right now, and it does damage. I guess Shadow Skull also does damage. And I'll still be able to Lava Coil it. Hopefully. Thank you. Hopefully they don't have a creature. Alright, they cast Showdown, that's fine. We can't cast Invoke Despair till turn 6. We have turn 7 now. They do have a Hoplite and a Integrated Rampage. I think I'm gonna Bonecrusher Giant no matter what, but they could just, like, hold on till their end step. And in that case, it'll be bad for us. It's pretty easy to cast in this deck. Oh wow, they cast something that's not in their exile. +4/+0 and trample. I don't really want to kill Lumimancer. And also, if they cast Hoplite, I'd rather kill the Hoplite. Cast Soulscar Mage. Alright, well, at this rate, I think I'm killing Soulscar Mage? I know for a fact they don't have a card. They do this, then they cast Hoplite, and then I kill the Hoplite and then kill the Soulscar. Okay, I can't do that anymore. But I can still kill the Hoplite and kill the Lumimancer, leaving the Skullscar up. Or I think it's the most mana efficient to do this here. I can Bloodtithe for -4, but then I can't cast anything else. I don't want to take 3. I think I'm just doing this. And if they kill me, they kill me. Alright, I think that's a land. But I think I'm in good shape here. Unless they draw Reckless Rage right now. Alright, that last card's a land. So they scoop. Nice. A drastic mulligan here, but the AI generated cards, yep. Oh my. I think I want to take the Sailor. Because if I draw Bloodchief's Thirst or any sorcery speed interaction, I want to be able to use it instead of them flashing this in an end step. Alright, I need to stomp this. Because Fatal Push is for Supreme Phantom and I can't stomp Phantom. Mold of 5 down bad. Yeah, we're pretty down bad on a Mold of 5. Land. Unfortunate. Kill us now. Hope they don't have anything. Hope they only have counter spells or something and just play a land and pass. I need to draw a land. Land, 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 land. Never didn't have it. Alright. What could they possibly have? Geistlight Snare? Let's make them snare this. Could have, like, Brazen Borrower. They snared. Playing around it, chat. They're going to go Faceless Haven, then we're going to get our Fable down. Perfect. There's a chance we should have got our Graveyard Trespasser down, though, because it blocks Faceless Haven. Jackalgeist. Ooh. I ain't discarding nothing. More like face haven, am I right? It's definitely not faceless. It definitely goes face. Counterspell or flash creature? Yeah, they have a flash creature. We're gonna blow them out, though. We're gonna do this. They're gonna Geistlight Snare. You don't Geistlight Snare so they have a flash creature. I know what they have. I know exactly what card they have. It is... The card they have in hand is... the flash one that gives all their other things flash and gives something hexproof. And because they have that in hand, I'm going to go ahead and attack. It's an obvious Rattle Chains. They go, Rattle Chains. This is an obvious Rattle Chains. Get wrecked. And now I think we can race them. Ooh, Bloodchiefs. Race is the place. Making sure to not exile a creature with Hive with Eye Tyrant, because Graveyard Trespasser wants to exile those. Grim Phantom would be bad. Yeah, that's why I made sure to get rid of it. Spectral, Sailor on the stack. Let us see if they block with Mausoleum Wanderer. They do not. My Bloodchief's thirsting. I should probably just Bloodchief's Thirst to Mausoleum Wanderer because they have to sacrifice it anyway. Demolishing Spirits feels like a double win. I have a good matchup against Spirits. Actually, I kind of think it's a little bit 50-50. But I think I have the slight edge, like 55%. No biggie, mate. See, a lot of things are bad for them here. They can attack, holding up their Faceless Haven, but then they just die to Graveyard Trespasser being targeted by Reflection. That's a really good freaking draw. Holy crap, that's a good draw. But any time they keep their Spectral Sailor back, anytime they ever keep a Spirit back, it's always good for us. That's a fatal push. Yeah. They could have a Shacklegeist that they flash in to tap something, but they would have to tap my Goblin Shaman. For this. Shacklegeist has flash because there's a Rattle Chains. They could flash in Shacklegeist to tap my 2/2. Alright, now the real question is, am I killing this Spectral Sailor? Because they're dead if I do. But that means they are forced to chump block, which means I'm just not going to Fatal Push. Rattle Chains gives all their spirits flash. Alright, I have a lot of experience playing as Mono Blue, so we could just destroy them, but I know how a lot of Rakdos players could get, like, tripped up by this matchup, and sometimes they just have it all, you know? Thoughtseize is a little bit weird. Does let us see their hand, which plays around stuff, but it's also very, very weird, because we take damage, which means you can't always race. Plus, they have a lot of redundant stuff. But it is good to get our spells through, but our spells are pretty expensive. I like taking out Chandra. It just really depends on what we're bringing in. We're bringing in Lava Coil, we're bringing in a Braid, bringing in Meat Hook, bringing in... Extinction is like a last-ditch effort, please resolve card, so I think it's fine. Legion's End's good. So these are the cards that are good. Now, what are the cards that are just like actively terrible, right? What is there anything that's like really bad? Underdog's probably bad. Got a couple Thoughtseize. Like, what else is terrible? Murderous Rider's not bad. Lifelink's always good when you're trying to race. Graveyard Trespasser is really good racing. Fable the Mirror Breaker is weird because like their turn 3 is gonna have like 3, 4, 5 power on the board, and when I'm casting Fable, I'm just losing the race. But it does help us find our removal spells. I think I'd rather cut a couple Fables than cut a couple Thoughtseize in the draw, because we kind of want to Thoughtseize their Supreme Phantom, right? And if we want to Thoughtseize Supreme Phantom, then we want to get Thoughtseize on turn 1, which means you probably should keep 4 in the deck. I don't love it, but like I also don't hate it. Like in this matchup, we just want to draw like every single Fatal Push in our whole deck, like 4 Fatal Push every game. Inquisition would be lit. It would be crazy good. But unfortunately, that card's not in the game. All right, Mausoleum Wanderer, we're going to hope to draw Black Source. Didn't draw Black Source, but this is where we could find ourselves a little bit behind, unless we draw either Black Source quick or draw another Fatal Push. Wow, if they have an untapped land, we probably lose to Geistlight Snare. This is a. Oh my gosh! Wow, we can't get snared. Holy Toledo. Are they just like trying to bank to try to get a snow-covered island? If we Bonecrusher Giant here, then we lose our Giant, but I think that's okay. I think I would rather save Fatal Push for something that Bonecrusher Giant actually can't kill. Only twice, can't get snared again, right? When they played that Faceless Haven, I was like, oh, wow, holy crap, that's insane. Double Faceless Haven in hand. Now we're ahead. Let's go. Actually, we're not ahead yet. If we drew a Black Source, we would be. I've been liking Strangle more and more for Explorer, at least until Dreadbore gets here. Yeah, I don't know if it's better or worse than Heartless Act, though. I'm leaning towards Heartless Act. I mean, we're definitely pushing this. Just so they don't snare us. We could save push for Faceless Haven, but I don't know. It seems like they don't have a land. If they had one, and most of their lands are blue, they would have played a blue one if they had one. Yep, according to my calculations, they are correct. I think this turn I'm going to Graveyard Trespasser. They could just have a counter spell, so I don't really want a Graveyard Trespasser. I think I'm fabling. I think it's honestly, it's weird, but I think it's the worst card out of my hand right now. It doesn't really race as well as Graveyard Trespasser does. It's not a removal spell like K-Command and Murderous Rider and Meat Hook is, so I think that's my worst spell. It drew a land for Faceless Haven. Cast Ascendant Spirit. Gosh, their draw is awkward. Oh my god. But they can increase the Spirit to a 2/3. Why don't we just Meat Hook for 3 then? Hold on. Why the shock here? I didn't shock. I played Haunted Ridge. So I have 2 lines here. I can K-Command. I think I'd K-Command, add back Bonecrusher, make them discard a card. And then they might use Ascendant Spirit on the stack just to get out of range of Bonecrusher Giant. And if they do... No, I think I just Meat Hook for 3. Oh, last turn Blood Crypt, just to bluff Fatal Push. Did I shock last turn? What did I cast last turn? I have really short-term memory. They're going to do this on their turn to play around what we just did, and then we are going to punish them. But yes, they do have Lofty Denial, and they didn't have a flyer. Now the question is, do we get our Murderous Rider in, or do we get our Graveyard Trespasser? I think we get our Graveyard Trespasser in. Also, when they're not pressuring us like this, it's worth playing around the Lofty Denial, even if it costs us 2 life, because there's no pressure here. You cannot skip levels with this. It says if it's a warrior, put a flying counter on it, it makes it 4/4. You have to become a warrior first. Okay, Shackle guys, that definitely gets K commanded. And playing a land first does play around Lofty Denial. It does not play around Geistlight Snare. Alright, no snare. Obviously, because we could have paid for it anyway. Now I'm going to play around Rattle Chains. If they have Rattle Chains, we blow them out. Because they cast Rattle Chains, and then we kill their creature and make them discard the last card in their hand. Absolutely atrocious. Spectral. I don't want them drawing cards up in here. Now they're going to tap our Murderous Rider, which doesn't really matter. Last card, Spectral Sailor again. We just got rid of 2 Spectral Sailors with 1 Kolaghan's command. Seems good. Now they're top decking with the Faceless Haven, and I have 2 creatures. Let's go. Glacial Fortress. 2 lands? Take Sensor here so they can't draw into another land drop. And also they can't stop our Fable here unless they have exactly Dovin's Veto. And now we're going to 2-for-1 them with Fable, which is good for us. They can hold though? I don't care. See, they missed a land drop. Us taking the Censor was very strong there. And we get to discard our cards that are trash in this matchup, draw different cards that are also trash in this matchup. And then we are going to double barrel the Harvesters. Because if they have Censor and they counter this, I don't care, because they don't have Censor, because they would have cycled it on their turn anyway. They are greedy. Greed lords. Watch them Mr. Land Drop and Scoop. They should have cycled this. If control was a real-world entity, would it be a bureaucracy? I have no clue, but yes. Imagine blue-white just purposely skipping a land drop. I know, right? They're planning on Fateful Absencing this turn. That's fine with me. I might discard this Takenuma to the blood token. Takenuma, the only thing Takenuma gets back right now is Bloodtithe, and I can't even cast it. Yeah, them missing the land drop was just so bad. I like Hearse because it plays well in this matchup against sweepers. We want to take out all of our fatal pushes. Bloodchief's Thirst is pretty bad. Heartless Act, pretty bad. Bring in Noxious Grasp, go blank, Kalitas as another threat, and double Invoke Despair. Call it a day. I also think I'm pretty good at playing against blue-white control. I've only lost against blue-white control in paper with Rakdos, like one time that I can remember out of the last, like, I don't know, months that I've been playing Rakdos. And it was because they had no cards in game 3 and top deck Dream Trawler, and I was like, oh, I can't kill that. This is a really good hand. Keeper of Lands, thanks for the follow. Alright, looking for a Thoughtseize or something? Well, hello. Actually, passing here. They're missing a land drop, they cycle Shark Typhoon. Okay, so I have too many lands. Alright, so what I'm trying to do is bait out a counterspell on Stomp, so I can Thoughtseize and then Bloodtithe Harvester. So I can take their draw spell or their Wandering Emperor or their Teferi, depending on how their hand looks. But if they don't counter this, then I'm just going to cast Bonecrusher Giant. It was like, okay, they didn't counter that either. Okay, they don't have a counter spell. They're gonna Shark Typhoon for one. Whoa, cycle again. I'm confused. Alright, now they're gonna Wandering Emperor, right? Alright, so the Emperor, and then I Thoughtseize after the Emperor. No Emperor. Alright, now I Thoughtseize Fable then. They have nothing? They Stone Cold nothing. What? You know what I think their hand was? Even though their hand was kind of bad, they kept it because they had Dream Trawler. Because I don't think they trust their Rakdos matchup. Try to draw a land here. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. That's really strong. They're almost dead. What happens if we just, like, Thoughtseize plus Trespasser? I mean, they're gonna Iganjo this. I don't really want them gaining a ton of life. I kind of want to get the Trespasser on a turn where they have to deal with a threat, and then when they do that, I just like kill their stuff. Like right now, I'm not going to cast a spell until they sweep me. Right now, I'm 0 spell jam. Like, sure, they Castle Vantress because they had to look for a sweeper. Cool, they found it. Oh my god, they found a sweeper. They sweep, I invoke Despair, they go to 1, and then I Trespasser them for game. We'll save exactly Dovin's Veto. Hello. Hello, cards. I can also haste Underdog and then Graveyard Trespasser afterwards. Looks like desperation. Ah, invoke Despair. They can't counter me because they have Field of Ruin. See ya. Get out of here, blue-eye control. Alright, gamers, I hope you enjoyed our Rakdos mid-range gameplay today. Some awesome matches. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with me. If you liked the video, make sure to click that like button to show me that you like it and reach this video to more people. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Explorer Best of 3 content like this. Anyways, there's a lot of other stuff to watch in Explorer Best of 3 here, just like this other rendition of Rakdos that we played right over here. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow. And as always, peace.